Yeah, that was a cold ad that you put up yesterday about the Cowboys. I'm about to post that the Tuesday promo.
The what? Which one?
The IG joint that you put on IG.
The real?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, don't you worry. We got more coming. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Welcome to the show. Monday Blues and Past Views for week 5. What Jay, the Godfather himself, is talking about. You go to the Instagram, Mo_views22, views_22, the scene, scene, the new 4-letter network. Make sure you following us on Instagram because we got a lot of good content that's starting to come out. And there's going to be daily posts, especially in the month of October and November and December and January and February and March and April and May and June and July and August and September. So yeah, baby. Sports, the best thing about sports, it is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. Oh man, I thought an honorary member of the Backstreet Boys was coming on the screen. What's up, Mr. True?
I want you back. Let's go.
Oh man. So, and then tomorrow, 2 Tuesdays, Sports 56, 98.5 FM in Memphis. Myself and Germ So True on there with J Ham and Johnny Radio, the happy hour with Johnny Radio. Can't wait for that one.
Hey, hold on, wait. The producer is in front of us. I demand a second day. All right.
It's gonna happen.
I demand a second day.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Right now, Jorge got it because baseball and all that. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And then basketball is gonna come around. And especially like in the moment where like basketball is heating up, football is heating up. We gonna need you twice a day, True. You gonna be doing 2 days.
I'm just listen. I'm just saying it's a lot to talk about in the world of sports, and I think the world needs a true view of what's really going on.
See,
yes.
We'll crack the door up before just a little bit here. I'm gonna work diligently to get you that second day, True, because you're right. You need that. However, when we get to the spot,
yes,
what is known to be known as Harden House, we will have the mega episodes where all of us are there. You know what I'm saying? Just views 94, the dish, some couple extra folks, some of John's own boys. It's just gonna be a one wild time like that sometimes. So we're gonna have plenty of those to come, whether they're fun or whether or not we're just breaking it down and just being the lab heads that we are. We're gonna bring out some high content. Just know that it's all coming through. But tune in on 98.5, get that out. If you don't catch live stream on YouTube, that shit free. You can catch a live stream on Twitter, that shit free too. Even though John the only one that be fucking showing on the screen. But you still get to hear the content. You know what I'm saying? But get the app, you can get this on demand at that point. It's all good.
So
I'm doing my quarterback and you quarterbacking.
Today I'm quarterbacking, bro, because
okay.
I came in with the all white on because I'm coming with pure takes today. I'm coming with pure heat today. Okay. I'm white hot.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
So first things first, views and dues, Monday blues. We are going to talk about some real interesting things. I wanna have a conversation with the fellas and get us started a different way this Monday. Because I started today with a bunch of animosity and phlegm in my chest for some of the football that was played yesterday. And then after that, I coughed it up, spit it out, and then said, you know what? All of that phlegm wasn't necessary. Let's get to the games. Let's watch the games. Let's see what was going on, and let's assess it from a logistical standpoint. So what we're gonna do, Mo, is I'm gonna let you, since I know you got the games in front of you, I'm gonna let you quarterback that part of it, and then we'll go through these real quick, and then we're gonna go through the rest of the segment with some questions and some fun questions to really get people thinking tonight.
All
So
right,
let's
let's do it. So, kicking it off, baby. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Boy, the nation's capital got all kind of problems right now. And even though they're not in the national capital, they're close enough. The Houston Texans throttled over the Baltimore Ravens 44-10. It is the largest loss in the John Harbaugh history. On the positive note, your bye week is coming up in the week after that. You have a relatively soft schedule. We'll see, but it's not looking good for Baltimore right now. As far as Houston is concerned, 2 weeks in a row now where you finally see some rhythm from this offense that reflects what we've seen from CJ Stroud over his first couple years in the season. Detroit over Cincinnati 37-24. That game wasn't even close. Cincinnati is it's amazing how much different a team can look without Joe Burrow, without a quarterback. And it's not necessarily that Joe Burrow whatever. It's more about how they constructed the roster. Their roster is not constructed fit to compete in this league without an absolutely elite quarterback, without the second best quarterback in the league. Washington over the Chargers. The Commanders yesterday they showed why I picked him to go to the Super Bowl before the season. Jaden Daniels, when he's under center, they're just a different football team. I was surprised how quickly this defense turned it around. I had confidence they would, as I said yesterday on the show, but I was surprised that they were able to travel to California and adjust and be ready to play defense and play in the manner in which they did. The Commanders, the ghost of Drew Brees and Tyrod Taylor is still there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go look at the injury history of Drew Brees in San Diego and Tyrod Taylor with the Chargers. Omarion Hampton is now out for the next 4 weeks. The Chargers, the season started off perfect. They got some issues. Tampa Bay over Seattle in what was the best game of the weekend, to be honest with you. These two quarterbacks brought their A game. I saw a meme of Brady and Manning shaking hands, and they said Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield on a random Sunday in October. Let me tell you something. That reminded me of those classic rivalries where the final score was like 38-34. It reminded me of some of the Big Ben duels that he had with those two guys as well. There was one game, I think Brady and Ben threw for like over 900 yards. So that was a classic game. That was a classic example of when your quarterback is on his A game. The only thing stopping them from scoring is going to be the clock. 38-35 final score. Shout out to the Bucks. Shout out to the Bucks. We'll talk about them later. Tennessee versus Arizona. I'm happy Tennessee got their first win, fellas. I am. Shout out to Cam Ward. He's got 99 problems and he ain't won. The Cardinals. Go ahead, Jay.
Cardinals
Yes,
are the
please.
first team to lose by a field goal for 3 straight games since the merger. And they also have not won a game since a certain event was held in that venue. I'm going back to my home.
Oh Lord. You mean the event? Never mind. Did you see the play when they was down 21-12? The Titans were down 21-12. Titans fumbled inside the 5-yard line. The Cardinals player that went to pick it up kicked the damn ball into the end zone, and the Titans player recovered it in the end zone. That sums up their season. And then the head coach might be he might be getting assault charges put on him like Mark Sanchez.
Might be around for that motherfucker too.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Broncos over the Eagles, 21-17 Broncos. My quick takeaway from this, we'll talk about Philly as elaborate as we want to later. They'll be fine. To me, this was a lot more about Denver, about Sean Payton's culture, and about where he's taking this franchise. And I hate to say this, fellas, but the only one falling behind right now is Bo Nix. We'll get into that later. Dallas over the Jets 37-22, and it really wasn't even that close. Check out the Instagram reel about Dallas's defense. But the Jets, they are the first team in NFL history to be 0-5 with 0 turnovers. I thought Aaron Glenn was a defensive genius, which he is. But what's happening? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on? Speaking of what's happening, what's going on? Oh my Lord! The Indianapolis Colts. Go ahead.
Still a defunct airline. We got to pick a new airline for them. That Spirit ain't around them.
The Indianapolis Colts, dog. My God, what they did to the Las Vegas Raiders. There should have been a mercy rule. Something fun for you here, fellas, to prove that we live in a simulation. There are only 3 teams in NFL history to average 30 points or more per game with a new quarterback. Those 3 teams: the 2012 Broncos with Peyton Manning, the 2020 Buccaneers with Tom Brady, and the 2025 Indianapolis Colts with Daniel Jones. I give up. I give up. Speaking of giving up, Mike McDaniels, just go do something else, bro. Go do something else. You do not coach any more football games for the Miami Dolphins or anybody else. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, Rico Dowdle, 27-24, great comeback. Saints beat the Giants, got their first win of the season. Saints are a different team at home, as we talked about him. Vikings started the day, beating Cleveland. And, if you ain't heard, I want you to put the word out, Jerm. We back up, baby. The New England Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, 23-20. That is your Sunday review, baby.
Oh, brother. So let's start here with a couple of things. Some games, some things under review. So quick review. That's what we'll do after those things, after you go through them. Great monologue, great pretty much, bro, a lot of the stuff that we talked about.
Yes.
For the Giants defense and the Saints game, we seen it. The sticky man coverage, all the other things. The Saints just made more plays at home. So even the funny part about me being so adamant about picking them, it still was a play or two away from them winning the game.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And that was it was the beautiful thing about the thing of conflicting views, because it wasn't that somebody was wrong. It was, again, that it was just a couple of things that we were both looking at, that one thing happened to trump the other, and that was the ability for them to play at home is really the difference. But when it comes down to for Voodoo Village, there's really some voodoo in that village. I will say to the Bucks game.
Yeah, the Bucks.
The Bucks have played championship level football every week for at least 2 quarters in every game this season.
Yes.
I think Emeka Egbuka is, not only is he on pace to be rookie of the year for the offense, this dude is showing you that a wide receiver can be more important to an offense than you might think. The way he is breaking defensive backs down with his ability to run routes is not what you expect from a rookie. His stems are perfect. His get off is almost perfect. His body disposition and everything looks the same. This is the most polished route runner at 22 years old I have seen in a long time. I'm talking 15-year veteran. This is going to get worse. He is the single reason why the Bucks are one of those teams that are going to compete, because that is your Chris Godwin replacement.
Yeah.
And no, this is not disrespect to Chris, because Chris had a great has had a good, very, very good career. But when you match the size, the speed with the hands and the route running and all four, for lack of better terms, y'all, that's the Holy Trinity. That's the Holy Trinity, bro. You can't do nothing about that. There were two plays there where they got behind the sticks, and he single-handedly makes the play that puts them. One was a touchdown.
So
And the other was almost a touchdown at the 3-yard line.
yeah.
And it looked like two post routes that he just obliterated somebody. And I said, wait, hold on. This is a rookie. But this shows you that if you are a guy that comes out of a college that runs a pro style offense and you understand leverage, you understand how to create separation with your routes, how to that's a balanced breakfast, man. And
Yeah.
when Mike Evans comes back healthy, who's going to cover any of these guys?
I hope you have insurance.
Chef, I'm gonna come back to you, then I'll come back with some more after that.
Well, real quick, just something I want to
Real
say.
quick thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, real quick, and then I'm gonna toss it to you, and then Ham could jump in there. Number one, Jason Litt, he didn't get quite the credit for drafting Ibuka. He got more critiqued for drafting Ibuka, and he came out and said, "Yo, I get the criticism, but you look at all the injuries we had last year. This is my insurance policy." And he's also, like Germ said, the heir to that throne between Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Yesterday, Baker Mayfield completed, shout out to the NFL Pro subscription. Baker Mayfield completed 9 of his 11 passes of 10-plus air yards for 227 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ibuka caught all 5 of his downfield targets. He got targeted on out of those 11 throws. He got targeted 5 times on those deep throws, caught all 5 of them for 145 yards and a touchdown. Good Lord. That's my thoughts.
Ham, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, nothing, man.
Hey,
Y'all cook.
last thing I'll say, Germ, when we talked Saturday night, it was me, Trav, Les, and Big Shot. I was like, yo, Cooper DeJean is solid in the slot. But watching this film, Ibuka is telling y'all, hey, man, y'all got to put somebody who's on a different level to guard me in the slot. Because even though the numbers didn't reflect, he worked Cooper DeJean. He had Cooper DeJean turning around like that cornerback for Florida State on Saturday night. Yeah, Jim.
Did the whole
Upside down turning.
Yes.
Upside down turning me. Listen, I need y'all to understand that what he's doing is not normal, especially what he's doing right now for this team. Now let's switch gears. Quarterbacks.
Let's do it.
While we don't need to say that quarterbacks play good or bad, there were 5 throws that Sam Darnold made in that game that were terrible. And they were not only terrible.
You see this, Jeremy? You see this, Ham?
They were game-changing throws.
You see this, Ham?
Yes. Ham is coming. Here's what I want. Here's what I want, though, from this conversation. I don't want to critique the throws, though. Mo,
I'm
I
listening.
want to pose a question.
Okay.
What throws do we look at on film that are turnover worthy throws that we say, you know what? Against a better DB, that may be a pick, but I can clean that up.
Whoosh. Comebacks, outs, deep posts, slants,
So,
pitches.
outs. Outs
Definitely
are the
outs.
one route that, and when I think everybody here will agree, if the accuracy is even a centimeter or two too far to the left or inside.
I know which
If,
throw you're talking about.
oh, no. Oh, bro, it's about three of them. It was three
Okay.
out of plays he threw.
There's one that definitely stands out to me though.
That one in the red zone,
That one in the red zone. Yes.
that was a six pick.
Yes. That should. Yes.
If McCollum reads it the way he should have and comes down the line straight at the right angle,
Yeah.
that's 7 points the other way, and that shuts down and closes the door.
See, the crazy part is I've been on the road all day, so I haven't had a chance to rewatch these games yet. But I know what you're talking about because we talk about that synergy that we have. I've been thinking about that throw all day.
Because that one throw right there in particular is a throw that it almost cost him all the momentum that he built up. Oh my
God.
Now, in the same breath, he comes back again in the red zone on the opposite side of the field, and the ball is knocked in the air.
Okay, I remember that throw as well. Yes.
Had the defender been able to locate the ball, that's another 7 points that goes the wrong direction.
Yes.
Okay. There's a third throw. Cooper Kupp. The way he set this route up and the way they played this play was executed pretty well. Darnold threw it behind Cooper. Once again, the Bucs, for whatever reason, react late, but they still get their hands on the ball. It's another out, but it's inside and it's on his hip. That's another one that could have went the other way. You got the one that was called back from Antoine Winfield, which we'll chalk that up as illegal contact because that's what it was called. But the other one, when it was the fluke nonsense that happened when it hit off the helmet, was the same fluke things for the other three plays that we're talking about, of the timing of something being off. All of that comes together for me to say Sam played well.
Mm-hmm.
And he played well enough to win the game still. The issue is all turnovers and turnover-worthy plays are not created equal.
No, they are not.
And why I'm highlighting that, even in a situation where they weren't turnovers, is because all DBs are not going to play that the same way.
Mm.
And other DBs are going to see that, read it, and they're going to drive on that a totally different way. And this is the reason why we talk about length of the arms of some of the cornerbacks. This is the reason why we talk about short area quickness in a three-cone drill when we scout cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way that they're going to be able to be in the hip pocket of the receiver to make that throw even more contested, that's going to be 7 points in another game. So if I'm his coach, we got to clean that up. And all week we are running outs, making sure that we have the right timing and the right execution, because that could become a problem later in the season.
I actually found the play you're talking about with Cooper Kupp. They had to line up in the backfield. He motioned.
Look at the execution.
I don't like the play call, and I don't like what it was called against, because McCollum is in a cover too. And he was, that's not McCollum, that's the safety. Is that Tyke Smith?
It might be Tyke Smith. On that play, I think it was McCollum again.
It was McCollum. It was McCollum.
He's not react. See, so he's not a bad DB, right?
Oh, not at all.
React as fast and read as fast as other guys.
He actually, unless we're talking about a different play, he actually gets his hands on the ball.
Remember, he got his hands on the ball, but had he understood what was going on beforehand, a little that half
Yeah,
a
you're
tick.
right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because he's playing cover too, so who cares? Just go attack him. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'll throw this play up. You're absolutely right. If he would have just drove on that ball, because again, your assignment is 5 yards or less. So why even wait to see? Just go after it. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So no, no,
You're
sir.
right.
So this is not to bash Sam.
No, I
This is
know.
saying, this is how many plays that they had in that game that were incompletions that ultimately lead to you losing the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not to mention they didn't score for it. Do you realize in this game, right? The Bucks had 13 points at the end of the first half. The Seahawks had missed the field goal, had drives stalled, and they were getting good yards running the football, which I don't understand why they stopped running the football at one point.
Agreed.
But you're talking about against one of the better run defenses in the league, and you're getting that type of push.
Agreed. That was impressive.
It was 13-7 at halftime, and you played terrible ball for 28 minutes.
Ooh.
The Seahawks.
Yeah, it's funny because
they scored 30, they scored 34 or 35 points, Mo, literally, in a half
yeah.
and a half of football.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. And I just want to focus on one thing. Everything was impressive. The most impressive thing was the Buccaneers' ability at the line of scrimmage versus Seattle. On Buccaneers offense versus Seattle's defense. To me, ultimately, that's my biggest takeaway from that game. I'm not sure where True went. Hope he's all right. There you are.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, we had a light situation.
Okay, all right.
We were starting to be like a bat for real, not turf.
You think darkness is your ally?
Victory has defeated you.
But no, you cooking and everything you just again. I always gotta watch the games again.
Oh no, no,
I
absolutely.
didn't get a chance to, but
that's why that's why I wanted to talk about that, because now that led to another question. As a quarterback, as it relates to any other position, what do we want our quarterbacks' focus or eyes to be on consistently?
Safety and linebackers.
But here's the thing, right? So I asked MJ
and corners.
I said, as a point guard, what would you want your point guard to consistently be looking at? Then I asked Ham that question before you got on.
Okay.
MJ said the rim. Ham said he agrees with the rim, but he said peripherally, I'm looking at how the play developed to my left and to my right, while I'm still subconsciously keeping that eye on the rim. MJ also said the safety.
Yes.
My rebuttal to the safety, though, is in this league, it doesn't matter if he's looking at the safety necessarily or not in certain concepts and certain plays, because the first thing is we should know pre-snap what's going on in front of us so we know who we need to manipulate to begin with.
Yeah, but every process of identifying a coverage starts with reading where the two safeties are.
Now, rebuttal.
Hit me.
It doesn't always have to start that way.
What would you suggest, my brother?
No suggestion. But you notice what they're doing in this NFL now is they're motioning people to identify and make the defense move and react to where they're motioning.
No doubt.
To identify or to show where the coverage is going to be going, rather than focusing on the keys to how we were originally taught to read defense. So we're not focusing on the entirety of the defense. We're only focused on 2 or 3 players, which is ultimately why these quarterbacks are being fooled on a consistent basis, and why we're not getting a full field view of what they should be looking at. So this is why we see Matthew Stafford go and say, I can look over here that I know what this receiver over here is doing because we were in practice and I'm throwing this ball here because I already know that this is a 3-step slant. And I already knew that I wanted to draw these defenders over here.
So I've known you for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to explain something to people here. When you start breaking down something because of what you've seen, A, never wrong. And B, it's always because it's like a murder investigation. You want to know, where did the criminal go wrong in leaving the evidence? And what you have just highlighted is one of the layers of what Brady's been screaming about post career, post retirement, about the state of the quarterback play. Because what you just highlighted is exactly why some of these quarterbacks are making inexplicable mistakes or are inexplicably struggling, because these coaches are trying to simplify it so much that they're not seeing the other keys you're talking about. But keep going, because you cooking.
So this is why I'm looking at the Sam Darnold situation, right? And now we bring it right back to what my ultimate point was going. Was Sam Darnold this bad? Or were we not nurturing the position that
Mm, mm.
Because now we're seeing a total so now we seeing Kevin O'Connell come in and say, okay, Sam, let's do this. So it's not the arm talent. We didn't say the arm strength was bad. We didn't say the accuracy was bad.
Mm-hmm.
What we said was he wasn't processing the information in front of him.
Absolutely.
So then we listened to Brady talk, and Brady said, well, did somebody come in and show you how to break down the cover two? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on now, Savannah. Slow down. He's 16. Shout out to Jay Quan for that. If you really look at it from that perspective, now we're starting to understand where the disconnect is now every week, because we're not nurturing them, because we immediately come in with this asinine assumption that you automatically supposed to know what cover two is. You automatically know everything about a cover two. Even if you know everything about a cover two, this is why we do pattern reading, right? This is why we do different things in zone. This is why every zone has its nuances. But you know how to attack every defense based on what? Based on what they already gave you a script to attack it with.
And when you speak about the lack of nurturing them from the positional standpoint, in terms of grooming quarterbacks and point guards, for that matter, when you flip that over to the hoop side, I mean, it's a bunch of dudes in the NBA right now that don't know how to read zone defense.
Okay.
They don't know how to read it, don't know how to attack it, especially don't know how to attack it. And not just individually, but just collectively as a team, because they didn't grow up learning that. They stopped. People like, I don't teach them. I'm like, why would you not teach zone? They playing that all over the world.
Yeah.
But you catering to what you feel like, which is a grassroots problem here in America in terms of basketball. Y'all modeling it after the NBA, and the NBA is a show. It's the best comprised talent in the world, yes, but the way the game is structured is for entertainment. It's different from what you're getting around the world, and you see that development when those players from around, even if it's a slow burn in terms of their transition and them becoming great NBA players or just viable everyday NBA contributors, they have the better grooming. If you can come up at 13, 14 and be put into a grooming situation where you're being developed as a pro at that age, you're making money and you're playing against other pros like that, and you're being taught the game from the IQ standpoint to where, like Jerm was just saying about Matthew Stafford, he knows how to come to the line, see this, to recognize this, look this way, but still deliver the football here. No, that just off read and reacting instinct. This is what makes Rajon Rondo such, the gem that he is. Chris Paul, from a point guard standpoint, same thing with them. These other playmakers. This is why Jason Kidd, when he first got Giannis, he put the ball in Giannis' hands because he's looking at what this guy can do with this size. He's looking at Cooper Flag the same way.
Yeah.
Like, he got the skill set. Now, let's see what he be able to, what we can put together with that. Imagine if he had Wemby.
Ooh.
You see what it's already over anyway.
Right, but still.
So, but it's the same deficiencies from the quarterback and
That's interesting.
You see it even more so through the other levels of basketball, through, grassroots levels in high school, travel ball and whatnot, even some in college basketball where the point guard IQ is not as sharp as what it should be. But then when it is, when you get one of those that's like that it make it happen on point, 94 feet of life gonna let you know what it is.
That's a fact.
All through March, that kid that came out of Florida, Walter Clayton Jr., who's with the Jazz now, he's one of those. He was a big bucket and he was making the timely plays, that high IQ plays, while still being aggressive. And he just knew how to win. He quarterbacked his team to a national championship, and they were loaded with talent around him. But quarterbacks need that talent around them, and they know how to have to utilize them. You ran into the conversation right before we were going on air, Chef. I pretty much was telling Jerv, just like, basically, as their leader, quarterback, and point guard, you have to be above the cutting edge in terms of evolution and what you're seeing and processing, even more so than the coach, because you got to be able to relay that back to him to let you. And the best coaches, they want to know. This is why you had that success with Mahomes and Reed. Reed wants to know what Mahomes was seeing, but you pointed this out to me, even both of y'all did. He let him get away with the talent in first.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna let you, to go teach you how to really do this and apply what your talent and skill set is. But even more so, when your athleticism starts to erode, you're still a mastermind at how to perfect the position. And that's all what it really comes down to. It's about the coaching, and quarterbacks have to have that coaching just like point guards do.
That's real.
Even with everything that I'm saying today and how we just beautifully tied that together, there are things that you can't teach that Sam Darnold can do. For example, 4th and 1, game on the line, 28 all. We get pressure from two different angles.
Mm.
We get a shoulder dip, we get a step-up gallop, and we get a delivery for a touchdown.
Yes,
Put us
sir.
up 7. There's not many that can do it like that. And it was proper mechanics too, Mo. 2 hands on the ball.
Yes, it was.
2 hands on the ball.
Yes, it
Lift the
was.
shoulder. Let me make sure you ain't got nothing to grab. That shoulder. Let me get there. Let me get up through there. Let me.
Yeah.
Here's a lot of things in that one play again. You don't coach that.
No.
That's instinct. That's instinct.
Right, which is a huge compliment to him.
Because his instincts told him to do what? Protect the ball first, then find the open man.
Yeah.
Find safety, and then safely get the ball out.
My favorite part about that play was the fact that after he did everything that you just talked about, he reset his feet and fired. I love that. I love. It is one of my favorite things to see in film is when a young quarterback has to adjust off his initial platform and yet still have the wherewithal to set his feet and throw. One of my favorite things to see on film.
And I like that as well. Go ahead, Ham.
And I say this, the QB position is light years harder.
Yes, it is.
It's quadruple, if not more, the amount of stuff to process, because the key to both is knowing your personnel, not just your personnel, but the
their
opposition,
personnel.
the referee, what the cheerleaders gonna react to, everything around you. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what it is, especially and then on the football field. There's so much that's going on, so much that's there to also throw you off. In basketball, if your point guard is the IQ master like that, he gonna know where his advantage is and just go straight to that advantage. This is why good defense don't get trumped by better offense. It's not just a slogan, Paul Jackson. It's real.
It's
In
real.
football, the defense.
Quarterback.
That's
You
what
can't.
it is.
You can't defend a perfect throw. You just can't do it.
No, because it's going to be right over an outstretched hand.
Exactly.
A quarter of a centimeter too high.
Exactly.
You can't defend Steph from in the building.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
What we just broke down and we just put it for everybody out there. If you don't have a pulse, you're dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why if you don't have a quarterback.
Yep.
This is also why I said yesterday on the show, if you give Baker the ball with the game on the line, I'm riding with it once again.
But you know, what did I say to you 3-4 years ago, Mo, about Baker?
Ooh,
I said Baker
you said a few
reminds
things.
me. I said Baker reminds me more of this quarterback in big situations than any other quarterback. What quarterback did I say?
It was either.
No, it wasn't either.
It was Ben.
No, I said he reminds me of Brady.
Okay.
In big game situations. Because he is not scared of the moment. He's not gripping the ball tighter.
He's not.
He's going out there and he's just letting it go.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, the chips are going to fall where they may. And at the end of the day, I know exactly what I came here to do. And I came here to ball on you fools.
He on a different kind of pivot. I told Chef, I said, hey, it's like he got a Curtis Mayfield greatest hits compilation playing in his game.
I saw that text.
They always going to draw. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're on a different pep level, man.
I got one more thing for the panel. And then we're gonna go to some analysis for this game. And we're gonna end on another funny note and fun.
Let's do it.
Quarterback play from smaller quarterbacks. When you watch a smaller quarterback play, what are some of the things that you see that make you say this guy can play at this level and a guy can't play at this level?
Well, number one, not going in concussion protocol from the snap hitting your damn head is the first thing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, hey listen, I drink. We'll play, Chef.
See, that's very interesting. Number one, I think for smaller quarterbacks, mobility is more important. Like Drew Brees he wasn't a mobile quarterback, but he had an ability to throw on the run.
Pocket mobility.
Yeah. So pocket mobility for sure. That's everything. Ability to throw on the run. And also making sure you tell your linemen to crouch down a little more than they used to.
Hey, have you anything you want to add to that before I go? Before I cook?
Yeah, I'm curious. So where are you going with this?
Everywhere in pretty much anything athletic now, you got to have some athleticism.
True.
It was funny because just as Mo was just breaking it down as far as, the mobility and being able to, be on the move, throw on the move and the whole deal. Just to flip it to a whole nother deal and bring it back. I was listening to my man Bruce Pritchard, a.k.a. Brother Love. Listening to him break down something in regards to how guys who were wrestlers back then, a lot of them probably wouldn't be in it today because today you have to be an athlete to really survive in that world. You can't just be the big burly dude that can't move. It ain't gonna work. You gotta be able to do something. They'll be able to be like that, especially when you're talking about a QB in the NFL. You can't be the statue no more. That's not gonna work. You got to be able to do everything that Chef was being able to say, as well as just. It's hard to say what it is, but just as one monolith type deal, but it's a package, and either you got it or you ain't. But first things first, you can teach the athlete. You see what I'm saying? It's like the athlete can be taught, but you gotta have this and you gotta have that too. Which this you can't. You know, they either born with it or they ain't. So, but to survive and even have a chance, mobility.
So, first thing is, I like everything you guys said. So, I think those are some good things. I'm gonna give you a couple things that I'm looking at. First of all, you have to have a certain type of arm talent.
All right.
When I say a certain type of arm talent, I'm not talking about you have to be able to throw the ball 90 yards. Because y'all think that the arm talent is only throwing the ball 90 yards. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you have to be able to catch the ball and get rid of it quickly and accurately. We have to have a quick release. We have to have a short, more compact release. We say short and compact, meaning it's catch, rip. It's more of catch, rip. It's not a catch, set, fire. And why I'm saying that is because the way the NFL is, especially with you being a smaller quarterback, if you're not in the pistol or you're not 7 steps away in the shotgun, the line comes around you a lot faster. A 3-step drop coming from the shot from under center, you're now surrounded by your linemen.
Yeah, me.
You're in a sea of linemen now. So now all I have to do as a defensive lineman is do this, or I just push your lineman into you and create a wall. My point of what I'm saying, that allows you to have to do what now? Throw the ball up and over. Up and over takes away what? Accuracy. But most important, on top of taking away accuracy, it takes away the force and the power in which you are throwing the ball, which makes it an athletic, a duck.
Hey.
Yeah.
And when it's in the air long, in this NFL, with the way that these athletes run around,
they catch lobs.
Hey,
it becomes what?
A lob.
Interception or something worse.
Germ, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yes.
But you just inspired our own Einstein formula, okay? Forget E equals MC squared. T equals VA squared. T is for trajectory. V is for velocity. A is for accuracy squared because we the 2-2. Keep going.
Make sure you clip this so we can.
Why is it that we put small quarterbacks under center, knowing damn well they can't get back to a 3-step drop fast enough to throw the ball 10, 15 yards down the field? Cleveland, you did this week quite a few times. And this is the reason why you lost that game. Because those intermediate throws, you couldn't complete them because your quarterback could not throw over the offensive line. So not only did you lose the game that you got 2 turnovers, you got 3 sacks, you lost a game that you had control of for 57 minutes. And you lost that game because you didn't know how to do what? You didn't know how to focus on the strengths of the quarterback that you had already put a game plan out for. You should have had a fourth quarter script, just like a first quarter script, if that was the case. You sat there and you did all of this work this week for you to fumble the bag at the proverbial 1 yard line. You ruined the debut of a quarterback you said was better than Shedeur Sanders because you fumbled the bag on 3 timeouts in the end of the game when you didn't even have the ball.
Coaching matters.
Coaching, listen, Rex's and Joes versus X's and O's. Coaches don't win them, but they sure as hell lose them.
They sure as hell lose them.
That is the difference in why Sean Payton won with Drew Brees and why Cleveland won't win with Dillon Gabriel.
Ooh. So the one thing that there's a lot that I liked, but Drew Brees had arm talent. Like people were critical about certain things in terms of maybe he couldn't throw the ball as far as other players like Aaron Rodgers or whatever. But that man he had arm talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one thing we need to highlight about what made that offense so good was a lot of his production was intermediate and deeper in routes. So that allowed him to see the field a little better, that allowed him to throw to certain spots a little better. And that's a credit to Sean Payton.
But what's the A word that we talk about that he had that these other quarterbacks could dream that they had?
The accuracy?
Anticipation.
Oh my God. Incredible.
He could anticipate something being open from the way that he was able to identify it pre-snap. If Dillon Gabriel can't identify it pre-snap, how can he anticipate where the throw window is going to be to make a throw to a window?
And I go ahead, keep going.
So with that being said, and how I'm going to wrap that, Ryan, I'm wrapping this up so we can take the last couple minutes to talk about the game we got at hand. There is a reason why Baker is going to be successful at 6 feet.
Yeah.
And that's because Baker understands how to manipulate in the pocket so he can make a throw, but he also has natural arm talent. Dillon Gabriel doesn't have that.
He does not.
So ideally, you're talking about a 5'11" quarterback, literally in the pocket, that's also left-handed, that's also really limited with the ability he has of throwing the ball.
I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree.
You ran the ball so effectively yesterday that you damn near had a chance to run away with the game, but because he couldn't complete an intermediate pass accurately, he was like 1 of 9 or 2 of 9 on intermediate passes, more passes of 10 yards or more.
See if I can find out anything here from him. Go ahead, I'm listening.
See if you can see anything extra, but
yeah,
it's like those are the throws that keep drives moving, that take time off the clock. Those are the throws that you need on 3rd and 7 if you get two bad run plays or two plays that don't go anywhere in the run game because they throw 8 in the box for two straight plays. You can't complete the ball 10 yards down the field. We got bigger fish to fry.
Do you know what his stat line looked like?
He was 19 of 33 for 201 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Jeez.
But they're gonna say that
I
was
don't see anything. I'm gonna have to watch the film because I don't see anything from Next Gen Stats on him.
We both got to watch the film because I'm gonna break down some of this stuff again, and we'll clip some stuff. But again, these are the reasons why we talk about quarterbacks being a certain size.
Yes.
These are the reasons why we talk about different offenses.
Yes.
Because Dillon Gabriel, quote unquote, fits what Stefanski does. He actually doesn't. He probably should go play for Cliff Kingsbury in an air raid system where they have a little bit more separation between the offensive linemen to create windows for the quarterback to see out of.
Okay. Love it.
But this is where, again, Rex's and Joe's versus X's and O's.
Versus X's and O's.
Why are we still trying to push West Coast offense onto every single field when we don't have to, when there are so many other options that we can be putting forth on the field?
Yeah. Again, man, I know we run out of time, but it's very interesting that me and Ham both said mobility, and it's very interesting that you added to that with the arm talent, because arm talent does mean something. It's just, what does it mean to you? And when I say you, I mean the general scouting public. Look, I'm not. I gotta watch the film on Dylan Gabriel, but it also ties to Kyler Murray and some of his struggles and some of his inconsistencies, and yet he's probably the most mobile of all the quarterbacks we just mentioned. So it's just, he just can't put it together. He's a bad decision maker, and he's plenty inaccurate in his motion. His fundamentals is what causes the trajectory of his ball to be a little higher, which is what affects velocity and affects accuracy, and that's why you get either inaccurate throws or wildly overthrown balls. So it's something that we're definitely going to have to dive into a lot deeper now that we made our own formula about it.
So yeah, and again, for Wentz, this is another one of Mo's guys, so he's going to be all happy over there and stuff. Wentz has the ability to throw the ball from 3 different platforms.
Yes, he does,
and it's all accurate.
Yes, it is.
So he can throw it from a C. He can throw it from a wider motion if he needs to go around. But he also has that little sidearm flip.
Right.
That he has, that he can actually throw with a trajectory.
Yes.
And get it over somebody for 15 yards. And he did it in the game. Yes. 3 or 4 times. I was like, bro, who's contesting that throw? What are you going to do with that? Like, who's expecting you to make a throw in that particular way and for it to be accurate? Nobody. Nobody. So with that being said, you look at it from that perspective, and then just to tie into what you just said, Kyler and majority of these quarterbacks throw the ball from a rounding motion, which means the ball is going to go up and down.
Yeah. They all with the exception of Baker,
and
all the
Baker
short quarterbacks
the ball from the C.
Yeah, with the exception of Baker, all the short quarterbacks, to your point, have a much tighter motion. That's phenomenal insight. Phenomenal.
So if you're looking at it it's a roundabout motion, which is why we explain the ball sailing, why we explain the ball dying so fast and going down, because the trajectory is literally a roller coaster.
Yeah. We got to dive a lot deeper into this. You just started something.
So
Mama say, Mama san, Makusa. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
With that being said, that's just some quarterback talk from. This shows you I watch every game every Monday.
Yes.
I'm watching all of the quarterbacks. I'm watching everything that I can see. And this is before the film even came out. So it's not, we're not just sitting here just putting the game on and just acting like I really genuinely want to know why we're struggling to get better quarterback play.
Yes.
So that being said, we got the creme de la creme.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Mr. Patty Waddy, Miss Patty Mayonnaise himself is on the field tonight playing against Sunshine. Sunshine. I don't know.
He from California.
He can pitch the ball 3. He can't pitch the ball 3 yards, but he can throw the ball a mile. The point is, Jacksonville's 3-1. Kansas City's coming in 2-2. I know you got the over-under and the spread. I'll pass that to you in a second. Just want to set it up real quick. Listen, Jacksonville has a formula right now. And that formula is we're going to make sure Travis Etienne touches this ball 17 to 20 times a game. It's not going to all be rushes. It's going to be about 15, 16 rushes and about 3, 4 passes. Or if he's really cooking, it might be 20 rushes and 2 passes.
Mm.
He's going to touch the ball about between 16 to 20 times a game. If they're running the ball well, they're going to be harder to stop. And I'm letting you know this now. The 2 of the 3 games that they've won, he has been dominant toting that rock.
Yes, he
And
has.
Sunshine has been able to just slowly but surely distribute the ball and just keep away from the opposing offense as much as he can. On the other side, though, we got to do who don't need the ball to be effective. Just his mere presence make you weak. Just his mere presence make you have to grip the ball a little tighter. Pause. You got Mr. Patty Mayonnaise on the other end, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all just like this: it's wide receiver by committee. All of these guys, if you had a parlay and you really want to do it, I will put a parlay in that every person that they put on that ticket gets 1 catch. Because they all pretty much get 1 catch.
It's so true.
They are consistent with that, and they're going to use Pacheco and they're going to use Kareem Hunt. Neither one of these guys are going to blow you away and be explosive in the running game.
No.
But they're going to be methodical. They're going to hit you, and they're going to make you feel it.
Yep.
Kansas City's wild card is the defense. If Kansas City's defense shows up and they're able to stop the run and put the game on Sunshine's shoulders, they also got a quarterback that can cover Brian Thomas Jr. I ain't saying he can stop him, but he can cover him.
Yeah.
Which makes the Travis Hunter situation more interesting. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna pass it to Mo so he can set us up for the big dance.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Hunter is playing offense, and I'm okay with that. But Travis Hunter as a defensive back, in my opinion, is his best skill because of his elite ball skills. So I'm gonna tell you, I was watching. I like Aqib Talib.
100%.
I personally like it. I personally think he's a good football mind.
Hell yeah.
He made a kind of a similar thing that I said to you guys before too.
Okay.
He said, if you let him play defense for 85% of his snaps and give him some packages on offense in the red zone and some packages on offense for third down, you would get more out of Travis Hunter than you're getting out of him right now.
100% agree with that. I 1000% agree with that. 1000% agree with that.
Because
1000% agree with that.
It's not saying that offense is not the focal point for him, because as a defender, I believe he can help us with his short area quickness, especially on third down, especially against those shorter, quicker receivers that we don't want our number one corners guarding all the time. I think we got this all wrong. And I just think personally, that's going to bite them in the ass here sometime soon. Go ahead, Mo.
The only thing we disagree on is I think he'd be more valuable for them on the offensive side of the ball. But 100% we agree. He better just give him one position. And I will further jump on that side with you and Talib that, like, you let this dude focus solely on defense and sprinkle him in. Like, when I say sprinkle him in, I mean like one section, one part of practice throughout the entire week where you do Travis Hunter's packages. The bebopping, flip-flopping between meetings and huddles and this and that, that's not effective for this player whatsoever. As far as this game is concerned, Jerm, I don't have too much to say, like you said, but the over-under for this one, let me go back to it real quick, 45.5. 3.5 road favorites are the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm telling y'all have awakened the NFL's boogeyman, and it's going to be a problem. Give me the give me the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I like everything about Jacksonville, but the quarterback. I don't trust him. In the fourth quarter, when it's close, I guarantee you the Chiefs are going to have a fourth quarter interception in this game. If I can put that on a parlay, I put $100 on it. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs as well. I think Jacksonville just runs into a better team today. I think Jacksonville is going to be better than people think they're going to be this year, but I think that's going to be subjective to what we see from the quarterback position.
Yeah.
If Trevor Lawrence can throw for 200 yards or get 200 yards of total offense, and he can play under a Lamar Jackson-esque type of a diet where he can run, hand the ball off, just get it to the playmakers and they make the plays, I think they'll be fine because that takes him back to when he was at Clemson. And when he was at Clemson, that's what he did, and they won a national championship doing so. The better the team is around him, the better Trevor Lawrence is ultimately going to be. So give me Kansas City. I'm actually going to give y'all a score, too. I think the over-under, I think we get 46 points out of this game tonight. Give me 24-22.
Okay, I got a similar. I'm going over as well. I got 26-20, Kansas City.
Give me a 24-22 type of game where they kick a late
because there are two good defenses on the league. They're both decent defenses. They're both good defenses.
I don't mind Jacksonville's defense. I think my big problem with Jacksonville is always, are we going to be consistent enough on offense to put up the points to give our defense some chances to use the talent that we have?
Right. I'm with you.
Final thoughts for the show today? Anything else you want to add?
I think stay tuned because we coming back with something. There's a lot for me to dive into. You brought up some good points. Remember, folks, of use from the 22 coined formula. T equals VA squared. Trajectory equals velocity and accuracy squared. Because we the 2-2.
That being said, that's Chef. I'm True. Godfather in the back. 2-2. See y'all next week. Make sure y'all tune in. We will be on Sports 56 tomorrow.
Yep. Yes.
You're going to hear the segments.
Yes.
This game should be a good one tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure you tune into the segments again. Tuesday, 11:30. Well, you're at 12 or you're at 12, right?
11:30 Eastern and 12 o'clock Eastern. So I will be 12:30 Central, 1 o'clock Eastern.
Bet. And then, of course, he got the Friday segment as well.
Yes.
And make sure you guys just make sure y'all just download the app and just listen to it.
Yes.
Just do yourself a favor. Treat yourself.